Hare Krishna. Jaya Jaya Shri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda Jaya Advaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Jaya Jaya Shri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda Jaya Advaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Jaya Jaya Shri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda Jaya Advaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. We continue reading from Caitaniya Caritamita Adi Lila chapter 10. We have been reading the purport to text 84 by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Somehow or the other, Sanatan Goswami reached Varanasi and met Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu at the house of Chandrasekhar. So yesterday we read how Sanatan Goswami wanted to retire. The Nawab didn't want him to, in fact, put him in jail. Then Sanatan Goswami used whatever money Rupa Goswami had kept aside for emergencies, and he got out of there and went to meet Lord Chaitanya at Varanasi. By the order of the Lord, Sanatan Goswami was cleanly shaved and his dress changed to that of a mendicant or Babaji. He put on old garments of Tapan Mishras and took prasadam at the house of a Maharashtrian Brahmin. So what happens is when Sanatan Goswami reaches the house of Chandrasekhar, Lord Chaitanya tells him that, see, there's a very advanced pure devotee outside. Go bring him in. Chandrasekhar says, but there's just like a Muslim fakir there. Lord Chaitanya says, no, this is Sanatan. And of course, because Sanatan Goswami had been traveling, that. So then shaved him up, bathed, and Sanatan was still wearing the valuable blanket that was given to him by Srikant. But the way Lord Chaitanya looked at him, he realized that, oh, Lord Chaitanya does not approve me. He went to the ghat and he told the person there that, you please give me the most oldest, most torn chadar that you have and take my chadar. And then, of course, he came back to the house of Chandrasekhar, to prasadam at the house of a Maharashtrian Brahmana. Then, in discourses with Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, the Lord himself explained everything about devotional service to Sanatan Goswami. So, Lord Chaitanya is giving personal instructions to Sanatan Goswami. He advised Sanatan Goswami to write books on devotional service, including a book of directions for Vaishnava activities. So, this is Hari Bhakti Vilas, Vaishnava activities, Vaishnava etiquette. This book, which Sanatan Goswami wrote, is called Hari Bhakti Vilas, and to excavate the lost places of pilgrimage in Vrindavan. Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu gave him his blessings to do all this work and also explained to Sanatan Goswami the import of the Atmaram verse from 61 different angles of vision. Sorry. So we can see how Sanatan Goswami is personally empowered by Lord Chaitanya to do this work, to do the writing of these books. Not everyone can write Bhakti Shastras. One has to be empowered by the Lord to preach, to write this such kind of literature. The empowerment has to come from God Himself. And here Lord Chaitanya is empowering Sanatan Goswami. Sanatan Goswami went to Vrindavan by the main road, and when he reached Mathura, he met Subhuti Raya. Then he returned to Jagannath Puri through Jharkhand, the Madhya Pradesh jungle. So these are the travels of Sanatan Goswami. After he met with Lord Chaitanya at Banaras, he went to Vrindavan. And in Mathura, he met Subhuti Raya. Subhuti Raya is also a devotee of the Lord. And then from Mathura, he is coming back to Jagannath Puri. At Jagannath Puri, he decided to give up his body by falling down beneath a wheel of the Jagannath Rath. But Chaitanya Mahaprabhu saved him. What happened was, while his travels, Sanatan Goswami bathed somewhere, so his body got a lot of sores. So when he came back to Jagannath Puri, Lord Chaitanya would still embrace him every day whenever he would meet him. And Sanatan Goswami would feel, my God, my body is so contaminated, full of these sores. It's so foul smelling and bleeding. And Lord Chaitanya is insisting to embrace this body. What's happening? I can't do this. So he was wanting to commit suicide beneath the Rath Yatra. The Rath Yatra cart is so big, so heavy. He wanted to give up his life there. Lord Chaitanya told him, how you can do that? This body belongs to me. It does not belong to you. You cannot take it. And then Lord Chaitanya cured him. His sores went away. Then Sanatan, we are going to read about these in detail later. Then Sanatan Goswami met Haridas Thakur and heard about the disappearance of Anupam. So Anupam was the youngest brother of Sanatan. Sanatan Goswami later described the glories of Haridas Thakur. So Sanatan Goswami and Haridas Thakur, they were together for quite some time. Sanatan observed the etiquette of Jagannath's temple by going along the beach to visit Lord Chaitanya, although it was extremely hot due to the sun. Jagannath temple is very strict as to who can enter there. Only Hindus are allowed to go in there. And Sanatan Goswami would consider himself very fallen, not qualified to enter the Jagannath temple. Not only not fallen to enter the Jagannath temple, but he would say that all the devotees are visiting the temple. If they'll see me, they will get sinful reaction. So he would go from the back, which was the beach, and it was so hot. The sun was so hot, and he wouldn't care that his feet will burn, just to observe the etiquette. And that's how he used to meet Lord Chaitanya. He requested Jagadanand Pandit to give him permission to return to Vrindavan. Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu praised the character of Sanatan Goswami, and he embraced Sanatan, accepting his body as spiritual. Sanatan Goswami was ordered by Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu to live at Jagannath Puri for 1 year. When he returned to Vrindavan after that time, he again met Rupa Goswami, and both brothers remained in Vrindavan to execute the orders of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So Sanatan Goswami stayed in Jagannath Puri for 1 year under the instruction of Lord Chaitanya, and after that he went to Vrindavan. The place where Sri Rupa Goswami and Sanatan Goswami formerly lived has now become a place of pilgrimage. It is generally known as Gupta Vrindavan or Hidden Vrindavan, and is situated about 8 miles south of English Bazaar. There, the following places are still visited. 1. The temple of the Sri Madan Mohan deity, the Keli Kadamba tree under which Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu met Sanatan Goswami at night, and Rupa Sagar, a large pond excavated by Sri Rupa Goswami. A society named Ramakeli Samskar Samiti was established in 1924 to repair the temple and renovate the pond. So Sanatan and Rupa Goswamis, they lived in Vrindavan. Then they didn't leave Vrindavan, they were there. The Goswamis of Vrindavan, they lived there, and the place where they lived is called Gupta Vrindavan. Madan Mohan deity is there. Sorry. So if we can visit Vrindavan, we can visit these holy places. Are there any questions or comments? Chaitanya Caritamita ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Gaur Bhakta Vrinda ki jai, Hare Krishna.